In our fast-moving, ever-changing world, new, exciting opportunities are close at hand. We see learning from each other and staying connected with you as key to successfully shaping the future together. Driving your performance is our passion, and innovation is our heartbeat. It is part of our DNA to become better every day and to explore new businesses with you in a strong partnership. This is why we constantly rethink the things we do. We thrive to always find new ways to improve your products, finding the best and most sustainable solutions. Because yes, we care. We love to share our knowledge and expertise with you, live and virtual. Together, we turn your visions into reality and bring new ideas to life. So let's start the dialogue.
Hello everyone, welcome to the Kiefel studio and welcome to the Fiber Web Day. Plastic paper waste? Have you ever thought about what happens with paper waste? Paper waste can be recycled into very nice products. We all know the answer, what we can do with paper. We can recycle it into magazines, into cardboard, but also into drinking cups, flower pots, or transport trays. And that's new at Kiefel. The fiber thermoforming technology is our answer to your market demand. It is our answer to the demand of the packaging industry. And it is an addition to our solutions for processing recycled plastic or bio-based materials. About 2 years ago, we started to rethink the process of fiber thermoforming. And with our 75 years of experience in the plastic industry, we came up with the solution in fiber thermoforming to process materials out of pulp in a very modern and efficient way. But it is not only the hardware we can deliver. Whether you are a beginner or already an expert in fiber thermoforming, we can accompany you along your complete value stream. We answer your questions about material, we answer your questions about product development, we are making proof of concepts, we have the machine equipment, the tooling, the automation, and also quality inspection, and finally, we can help you with training or service with our global network. So let's have a closer look into fiber. Let's talk about what type of machinery are available, what is it all about, and how these great machines are working. I also would like to mention that we have a chat room open during the webinar, and ask your questions. There is a whole team in the chat room answering your questions. And we also want to make it very lively this time. So also we are asking questions to you, and we invite you to participate with your answers. But now really let's dig into fiber, and let's start with the first expert. Let's start with Armin Dietrich, our head of fiber. Armin, I want to ask you a very important question. Why should we choose Kiefel when it comes to fiber?
Welcome also from my side. I will take you to a journey and answer this question. As you know, the world is changing a bit. We have a lot of brand owners, as you can see here. They are having high targets by 2025. Reduce or reuse plastic or use alternative materials. And that will answer the question now. We are working together with our customers and partners to have always a solution for you. As you know, Kiefer is working continuously on developing the product, the automation, the machine, the tooling. But now I really would like to dig more into the material side. We as Kiefer, we are working since so many years in the thermoforming plastic industry. We are using the polymer-based materials as well as since many years the bio-based material like PLA and PHA. And since nearly 2 years now, we said we would like to develop also thermoforming machines made for fiber-based material. So maybe your question is now, what can I do in fiber? Is everything possible? And yes, nearly everything what you can do in the thermoforming plastic world is also possible in the thermoforming fiber world. As you can see on the picture here, we are offering everything. Machines for trays, cups and lids, so for bakery products, cookie trays, frozen products, but also like transport trays, agriculture products like flower pots. So please let us know what is your idea and we will have a solution for you. On this page here you can see a sketch from our machine, and I would now give you an impression about the highlights of our machine. From left to right you can see the vacuum area, and beside the vacuum area there is the heart of the machine. It's the thermoforming area. And it's quite unique, and all our benefits are inside there. We are having a pre-pressing station, a cold pre-pressing station, after a hot pressing station. And the benefit there is we can reduce the water content already dramatically. So you save a lot of energy and cycle time. After the thermoforming process, we can include punching or all other automation or quality controls. So again, please feel free to ask us and we will find a solution. Here you can see our 2 serial models which are now available at Kiefer. The nature formers. One is the KFT90 Speed, one is the KFT90 Flex. The main difference here is the maximum product height. I will give you an example. For this pasta cup, for example, your suitable machine would be the KFT90 Speed because 120 millimeter is more than enough. But if you're thinking about making bigger products with more height, we can talk about the 90 Flex, which is able to do 250 millimeter. A next big topic is the turnkey solution. We are a solution partner, so for sure we are providing everything from the very beginning. That means the pulp preparation, which is available in different sizes, till the tooling, which we are doing in our subsidiary in Austria. So making a short summary about all the highlights of our machine, which make it very unique. We can offer you a machine which is able to do a tool change below 2 hours on the manual, and on the automatic version you can do it below 15 minutes. We are using all components which you know from the KMT plastic world, and these machines are in the market since so many years, well-proven parts. We are using the servo-driven engines which are also used in the KMT machine, also in the KFT machines. Because of the servo-driven engines you are having less energy consumption, and about our pressing and pre-pressing concept. And we have the whole portfolio available in regards to end automation, in regards to packing, sleeving, stacking, whatever you want, everything is available. And now I would like to give you a short overview about our shop floor right now. We already sold the machines, the KFT machines, to Europe and USA, and we have many machines on the shop floor which are now waiting to go out to our customer. So please lay back and enjoy the video of our shop floor.
Also a warm welcome from my side. I want to start my presentation with a short story. Here in Freilassing we live in a wonderful countryside in the Alps. And we love to go on the mountains, and we know that a good preparation is necessary to reach the top of the mountain, the peak. That's our goal, and we want to reach the goal safely. Our goal is to produce a perfect product. And we want to reach this goal like the mountain peak. And we know we need to start with the material, the raw material, the fiber material. Because of that, we figured out for Kiefel 3 topics: the raw material, the mixtures and additives, and also the machine and the process is necessary for us. With these 3 topics, we do a lot of work at Kiefel. We build up a laboratory and also the equipment in the laboratory. We do research on material and mixtures. And also we have a test area to check out the suitability of the fibers in our process. Development is our focus, and we do it together with our customers. We do it for our own so that we improve our material, bring out new ideas for the benefit for our customer. And we work together with partners so that we can step forward faster. I want to start with the laboratory. We built up a laboratory here at Kiefel with several equipments, still growing. For example, we have a fiber tester in-house. We also do a Schopper-Riegler test to check the dewatering. We also have a storage of a lot of material in-house so that we can test a lot of different materials. And we create a database with a lot of specific parameters. But let's have a quick look in our laboratory.
Welcome to the Kiefel Fiber Laboratory team. My name is Olga Siebe and I'm responsible for various material tests here in the laboratory. For this we have various materials from customers and from our own. And for the various tests we try to understand the material. In our laboratory we have various measuring devices, for example our fiber tester. With it we can look at the basic structure of the fibers and see, for example, the fiber or fines distribution. To see the measurement, I prepared one sample.
Most of the products we have here are not made out of one singular material. The most of them we use mixtures of fiber, different fiber materials and or additives. And that's also something we are focusing here at Kiefel. We work with different fiber recipes to see their behavior, the dewatering and how it's processed, how we can pulp it. We also check out additives in combination with materials, single materials, but also with recipes. And finally, it's important for us that we always have the process in focus so that we see if the fiber is working in our machines. And the tools, if we have some effects or some interesting changes in our process to get out the right parameters. But let's have also a quick look to our laboratory and see what we're doing there.
We also work with several additives like process chemicals like retention or also functional chemicals to create an oil or water barrier in the ready-dry-to-fire product. testing material in our storage.
Finally, the best material is useless if it's not working in the process. And we want to have the material working on our KFT thermoforming fiber machines. And therefore, we have a test area where we have two test machines. A small one where we try to figure out the main parameters, like temperature ranges, cycle times, dewatering rates, and so on. To get more into detail, we have also a pilot machine where we do sample productions, where we check a long-term run to see if we have long-term effects like mesh clogging or variation of product weight. But let's have a look at our test area. The perfect product is our goal, is our mountain peak. Therefore, we also know that we need to work on the material. We have a laboratory in our house. We do research on materials, mixtures of fibers and additives, and we have a test area. We work on material, competence in material for our customers and together with partners. To grow in this competence, we work together with partners like Stora Enso, and we're glad that one of our partners, Stora Enso, will share a short presentation with us.
Hello, my name is Carl Axnes. I work for Stora Enso with Innovation and Business Development. I'm here to tell you a little bit about Stora Enso and what we can do on the material sides when it comes to fiber thermoforming. Stora Enso have a long history. We go back 1,000 years in time, but today we're a global company operating in all the areas marked green in the map. And we have some 26,000 employees with a 10 billion euro per year revenue. And we believe our renewable products are circular by nature. And the reason we say this is because trees are renewable. They grow back. And they also consume carbon dioxide, which is something that we absolutely need to fight global warming and climate change. Stora Enso is one of the largest private forest owners in the world. We also have the pulp mills and the paper mills and the converting units for full transparency, but also traceability. We managed our forest sustainably, where we plant more than we harvest, and the paper fiber can be recycled 5 to 7 times, making it an ideal product to be for a circular product. The collection rates today are high for fiber-based materials, so the circular bioeconomy that you need for your products are here today when shifting from plastic into a fiber-based material. We are getting better and better and doing more from every tree. And we are putting in a lot of innovation, money into innovation and R&D, 150 million euro per year. And here are some of the innovations that we are working on. We are building houses from trees so they can store carbon dioxide for generations to come. We are turning the styrofoam or EPS fish boxes into a renewable and recyclable alternative with the Eco Fish Box by Stora Enso. We're also selling something called the biodegradable and renewable straw. And then we're making biocomposites where we combine bioplastics with wood and fiber for a completely new material with new properties. We're also making a cellulose-based foam called cellofoam, which we can use as a shock absorbent in electronic packaging, for instance for TVs. Then we're making Linneo, which is a component made from lignin that is coming from trees, into batteries to make new renewable batteries. We're also making our own Eco RFID tags. The RFID tags made in a more sustainable way in our own production using less plastics and more fiber-based material. E-tails is our name for the offering for e-commerce industry. We are of course growing heavily in e-commerce together with such clients as Amazon and Zalando. And Pure by Stora Enso is how we make clothes from trees. Basically cotton consuming too much water and chemicals. Polyester is fossil, but Pure, we are producing the raw material to make clothes from trees. People will be dressed more in clothes from trees in the future, I can tell you. And now our latest innovation, fiber as a subscription, where we're focusing on making it easy to shift from plastic into fiber-based material in thermoforming. So, fiber as a subscription, how does it work? Well, we have our own production of formed fiber products in south of Sweden in Hylte, and we have learned so much through the years. We have learned from the production, from the processing, and experience on how to operate and which recipes to use and what dosages to use and what pulps to use. And we're getting so many requests on this, so we decided if we really want to see a large-scale shift into this new material when it comes to packaging, we need to scale this up and make it accessible for everybody operating in this field. So if you're looking into investing in a Kiefel machine for fiber thermoforming, then we can provide you the material and the knowledge you need to scale this up, whether it be one machine or 100 machines. So we want to make this possible by getting all the raw materials to your door. We have the negotiation power to keep the costs down. You will have a long access in the R&D pipeline that Stora Enso is developing, and you can get it all with just one source of contact. All raw materials to your gate. How does it work? Well, Stora Enso is a large pulp producer, so we can fix that. But you also need chemicals. Stora Enso are in partnership with our chemical supplier, making sure you get the right chemical and the right dosage. You also need a recipe, and this we've been working for years to develop the right recipes for the right end use and the right product. All of this so you can focus on your customer needs instead of working too much on the sourcing and the recipes. Focus on your customer needs. What does your customer have as an end use? And how can you make a fiber-based packaging to match that? Negotiation power. Stora Enso is a large consumer of chemicals from our pulp and paper mills, and we are in partnership with our chemical supplier. So we can make sure that you're getting the right pulp from us, but also the right chemicals at the lowest raw material cost. We negotiate a package for you. And then, development. Stora Enso is on the forefront when it comes to formed fiber development. You might have seen our press release where we are announcing that we have this PFAS and plastic-free barrier in formed fiber. That is only the beginning. We are constantly developing the technologies for new barrier properties in formed fibers. So we are the material partner to go to in this case. And we are, of course, working together with Kiefel in new developments. So we are working on a remote controlled stock preparation to keep the cost efficiency in the preparation of the stock as high as possible. Then we're working on a maintenance-free tool to keep productivity up and maintenance costs low. And then, as we are one of the biggest pulp offerings in the world, we are looking at customizing the pulp blends for the optimum experience, whether it be haptics or color or other properties that you need. And you can get this with just one source of contact. We are in dialogue with the chemical suppliers for the latest technologies. We can help you with such things as life cycle analysis to be able to quantify the climate impact. And also, we are in discussions with many startups to make sure that we're getting the latest technology in this growing area of formed fiber that we're seeing today. And you get the access to our R&D pipeline, where we're introducing so many new technologies the coming years. So, how does it look then, the recipes and the business model? Well, it looks like this. We have these different recipes, And some of them demand a different type of chemicals and a different type of dosages. This you will get based on which recipe you choose based on your end use for your customer. Then we're going to build the price based on the pulp index, because pulp is a volatile market, so we need to tie it to an index as it goes up and down. But you will have the chemicals included, so it will be one price for pulp and chemicals, just to keep things easy. And we're taking this on a raw material to keep the cost down to make it efficient. Then we're adding the subscription fee, and the subscription fee will vary a lot depending if you're choosing something very low, which doesn't demand a lot of chemicals or recipes, or if you're choosing something that could contain a license fee, for instance, for patents and so on. So the sort of differentiator is in the subscription fee, but then we're keeping the raw material costs low as possible. And then you only get one invoice for all the materials and the recipes you need. So, Stora Enso have a long history and experience when it comes to barriers in fiber-based food packaging. As I said, 150 million euro per year in R&D and innovation. A lot of this is going into development on new barrier technologies. We know the barriers needed in the food service when it comes to fiber-based packaging. But it's much easier to pick barriers when you have something to choose from when it's made out of carton. It's easier to apply on a reel. When we're making formed fiber products, we don't have this luxury. We need to mix in the additive into the blend. Therefore, we are much limited. And this is the reason that one of the more common barriers in formed fiber products today, for instance, bagasse versions coming from Asia, is PFAS or fluorochemicals. And the reason is fluorochemicals is harmful for the human body. And it doesn't degrade naturally. This is the reason they are called forever chemicals. They go into your body and they never go out. It's like pouring water into a tub without a sink. It doesn't disappear. Denmark have been the first country to put a ban on PFAS products, but they will not be the last. I think we will see more legislation to come in this area. But the reason this exists is because it doesn't exist so many options or alternatives as a barrier for grease and waterproofness. Until now. Now Stora Enso have a plastic and a PFAS-free barrier for formed fiber products. We are selling this today in the ready-made products, but if you have a Kiefel machine and you want the same type of properties for your products, we can sell this through our fiber as a subscription. You will get the right pulp, the right chemicals and the right recipes, and the process know-how and how to operate it to make it work. You can get this from us as we are in partnership with Kiefel. Thank you very much and enjoy the rest of the webinar.
Thank you, Carl Axnes from Stora Enso, for showing your expertise. Kiefel likes to be your partner from day one. According to our Kiefel DNA, we like to accompany you from the beginning of the project till your expertise in fiber molding. So don't worry if you're a newcomer in fiber molding and do not have any expertise. Kiefel provides a huge network for fiber products and additives, so we can help you out for material for the first tests and to get familiar. These material tests could help you to find the right mixture and the right design for your products. Because the design is very important for fiber molded products. Particularly if you come from plastics, you need to rethink about the design of the product. This is very important for a stable process. Also, the tooling itself is very important, and together with you, we will find the best approach for your tooling. For the machinery, we can provide many drawings and charts to get familiar with the machine very quickly. The time you will get the machine into your plant, we can support your staff with the training. Later on, you will hear more about the automation, but sometimes we should discuss it at the beginning of the project. If you're already an expert in fiber molding, we can skip a few things at the beginning of the project and should discuss the right fiber preparation. Kiefel offers a wide range of fiber preparation. In our portfolio, we have a small one for R&D, a mid-size one, and also a tailor-made system, which could be bring to the highest level, and this is really modular. We also can do real samples on a single cavity tool, for example, to acquire new customers and to make tests together with plastic lids, or just to feel the product, the trays and the cups. If you like to plan your production in a new plant, for example, we can provide many information. We can support you for the calculation, input, output, meaning electricity and products per day, for example. Just ask us. As you can see, we are able to make samples in a small size, in a small range, and we are able to make samples with a higher dimension and a higher quantity. I will show you some tests later on. So I like to do a live demonstration for you, because many times we are asked about the water resistance of products and the oil and grease barriers. Some vegetable oil. Later on, we will have a look again to these products, and we will see they will keep the liquids inside. More obvious test of sizing and to see if the sizing works well is to make simple discs and to test the material combination and the combination with additives. If you put in blue ink and you have no sizing, you will see the ink is soaked in, fully soaked in, and you will see it also on the back. If the material is already sized with some chemicals, it's a smaller point of the same drop of ink, and on the back you won't see any ink. Sure, we can do in the laboratory a Kopp-Unger test, but this is a simple approach. You can do it also on your machine during production to control the output. But don't forget to speak about the general properties of our products. We should speak about surfaces, stiffness, the weight of the product, the rim quality, and for some materials it's very important to speak of about the formation of the product. So, because you like to produce products without any hole inside. You can, I will do a small stunt for you to show how strong fiber products could be. You can see fiber products could be really strong, and you can use this strength for packaging, for industrial packaging, and even for food packaging. Oh. Sorry, I missed to show you again the sized products. You can see the water is still in, so it's still in the cup. So the sizing works. So don't worry about sizing. We can offer a simple system for sizing to you for start your tests, for example migration tests and the salad bowls, drinking cups, whatever. Just ask for it. Now I like to show you more information about the nature former, because I'm sure you're interested in our forming machines in combination with the pulp preparation. The smallest equipment we can provide is our KFT lab. It's one part of the nature former family, and is thought for R&D purposes and to making small size and small numbers of sample products. Of course, we provide the best and the suitable preparation unit. It's called KFP3. Our typical machines are the nature former KFT90 and Flex and Speed, and these machines could be combined with our KFP10. This is the best setup for initiating a production. So you can buy one KFP10 and a nature former, and later on you can add more nature former to increase your output. If you're thinking already in huge numbers and, for example, planning a new plant, we should think about a cluster of 4 machines and then tailor-made preparation unit. As mentioned before, this tailor-made preparation unit could be done by modulars or could be completed by different systems, refining, additives and some other equipment, and helps you for the maximum output. Now we heard a lot about the machines, and now we are keen to know more about the tooling, and Daniel will introduce keyful packaging.
Thank you, Richard. So a warm welcome from my side. I want to introduce you into KPR and into tooling automation in Austria. So now you heard a lot about material and preparation, also about our machines, and I want to go with you on a journey through tooling and automation. So let's start with KPR, Keyful Packaging Austria. Keyful Packaging Austria, or in general Keyful, is a united company. And Keyful Packaging Austria is mainly known for the tooling and automation. In Austria, we have 150 employees, and we also founded in 1960s. So, therefore, our passion is to make tooling and automation. We started for the tilting machinery, so especially we came from the plastic industries. And now with Keyful Germany together with Verlassing, we developed our nature former, our pulp and paper production. So with our 150 well-experienced tooling and automation employees, we want to go forward with you into a sustainable and, how should I say, green future. So, heavy metal, our passion. Also, our passion is to have well-experienced employees. We also have a well-equipped Keyful Packaging Austria standard. So, with our new machines and also our hall where we have like the tooling experience, we have several machine types, from grinding also to tilting, measuring, so the whole story what you need for perfect tooling. And this I want to bring you a little bit closer in the next video, so please enjoy a small video from our production hall. Welcome back to me and to my native olive oil who's combined me. Now I want to go with you to the process. I want to go one stage deeper into our process. And the process of the tooling is split in 3 stages or levels. So first the forming, the pre-pressing and the hot pressing. So let's start with the forming process. So on the slide you can see my picture where we have a suction tool and a pulp basin. So a suction tool brings the pulp basin into the forming insert where we've implemented a mesh. So the fiber stays in the mesh and we try to get the water and to separate the water and the fiber in the mesh, in the forming insert. So for this we have our suction tool, and the suction tool makes the first cake or the first preform. And we also have, what you can see on the slide, a bar which supplies us with water to take away the material which is not useful for our production. So first step, we go to the suction, we go to the pulp basin, make the cake, bring the fiber into the forming insert, and then we clean the tool. So the suction time is approximately more or less 1 second, and we can reach 0.7 millimeter thickness. This is the forming. So from the forming we go to the pre-pressing. The pre-pressing is especially energy efficient. So we try to get the high dry content of our product. Why we want to do this? Because we can save energy in the next step. So therefore we go for the pre-pressing to bring the water which is not useful for our product out of the forming insert. So on the picture, on the slide, you can see how the robot goes from the pulp basin to the pre-pressing station. And the pre-pressing station is made from silicone, and we also have there supply from air. So really like a hair dryer, to bring all not necessary water out of the product. So the dry content will be later on between 30 and 40%. We also have less angel hairs, and a more complexity of tools is available and products. So the energy saving pre-pressing. Hot pressing. The hot pressing station is the final step. So therefore we bring from the pre-pressing station the product and the tool to our hot pressing station. So you have to imagine the robot bring the products to the lower table, and from the lower table we have the upper table is closing. And therefore we make the last step, the last pressing step, and also we bring a lot of heat in it, a heat into the product to dry it. Because what is required? We need dry content about 95%. So therefore we have to press it and really to dry the product as much as possible. And this is the final step. And after this pre-pressing, we bring the product on the upper tool to our conveyor, the conveyor for the automation later on. And the automation is now a signal word which I want to follow. So you heard from me the tooling side, forming, pre-pressing and the hot pressing. And now I want to go with you to the automation. Automation is depending. So you can make some units or pooling some machines for one automation, or you say, okay, I want to have it more tailor-made. So please, if you have some requirements or you want some quality inspections with cameras or what else, please go in touch with us. We want to support you, and we're always open-minded for tailor-made solutions, and please get in touch with us. So one example which I want to bring you a little bit closer is our Vertipacker. This system is well known and also well proven in the market. We use it also on the machinery for plastics, and we can use it for nature products, fiber products. So I want to give you a short example how the Vertipacker works. So you have a carton infeed as well as a product infeed. So the product infeed, the product comes into the machine. In the machine we have a combined unit, and a combined unit means we have a sleever in it and also have a carton infeed in it, a carton storage box. And the product is going into the machine. We can sleeve the machine can sleeve the stacks, bring the stacks to the carton, seal the carton, label the carton. So all the things is possible. Well known is this product for example, for lids or for cups. If you think about Starbucks, McDonald's or some other fast food restaurants, the employees open up the carton, take one stack, take the stack on the desk, cut the sleeve, take the sleeve away, and you have a stacked cup or lid bar, and you can take very fast and easy the product. So this is especially a well-known Vertipacker automation. And we have a lot of automation. So really, once again, please get in touch with us if you have some requests, you need something, or you have a demand and in the side of nature forming or also maybe of the plastic thermoforming. So we are the right partner. And this is one of my last, or this is in general, it's my last slide here. I want to close my part with a very interesting nature former video where you can see our machines. So please enjoy the video. And stay tuned, because later on we have our very interesting Q&A session, and I hope you enjoyed it, and welcome back here again in a few seconds.
Welcome back in the Kiefer studio. We received so many questions via LinkedIn, email and our chat today. And we are now in a Q&A session, and I'm happy to answer these questions together with my colleagues, Matthias Hausmann, who is our Head of Central Engineering, and Andreas Staudinger, who is our Global Division Director Packaging. So, maybe let's start with a technical question. Matthias, the first question we received was, what is Kiefer's idea in regards to further support and development for fiber material?
That's a very important question, because we think fiber material is the key for good products, like I mentioned in my presentation. We work in our laboratory and we do a lot of research, and we think we have to improve this and speed up more. What we are planning at the moment, because we're growing in our laboratory and do a lot of things, that we are planning the next step, a new laboratory and much more equipment to support our customers' needs. We see a lot of questions and interest from our customer, and we will support them with all of their questions regarding fiber material. And that is our focus, and that's what we are investing in.
Mm-hmm. So a lot of developments ongoing also for the future.
Mm-hmm.
But that's also a good start for our second question, which we received, and maybe I can ask Andy, if we're having so many developments for fiber, how is fiber affecting the thermoforming business at Kiefer here?
Well, as you know, I mean, Kiefer is always on the move, and both technologies are very important, plastic and fiber, to serve the plastic industry, to serve your needs. And but I have to say that fiber is really an alternative. It's very positive, and it's picking up speed very, very fast.
Thank you. And when we are having so many machines on the shop floor, we received also the question, I presented it in my presentation, Matthias a bit as well. What about the machine sizes and types? Anything ongoing there? Matthias, maybe?
Yeah, we have quite few machines at the moment, and we received also a lot of questions from our customers. We see the need of the customers and their way rating. So we see the need for a very simple and flexible production with small size of production numbers, but we also see on the other hand a huge size for a big production number. So we think about increasing the forming surface. We want to make a bigger machine. Actually, we're working on this. So we have on one hand for sample production a small, maybe a lab machine. Then we have for simple production our KFT90s. But we think also about the future, about more. Also regarding automation and tool development, it's very important because there are so many different needs, different qualities of material. So we step forward with this development.
So maybe perfect topics for the next web day.
Yes.
Great.
There will come new ideas soon, yes.
We also have seen our registration list, and we are having a lot of viewers, or let's say visitors, all around the world. But a huge portion is also coming from the US. And these customers, they are asking, what can Kiefel offer in regards to fiber, maybe in the US? So Andy, maybe you can answer this question.
I will, yeah. It's a good point. We have, as Matthias already mentioned, we are just in process of making a new technology center for fiber. Most of you know that we also have a technology center, a test machine always there for the plastic industry in Portsmouth at our US base. And we have a strong plan that we also get a fiber machine over there to be closer to the customer. And when this will be ready, we of course will inform you.
Good. Matthias, maybe that's a good question for you as head of central engineering. We are hearing this every day and also during our webinar today. Most of our customers are asking, what is the idea or what is the solution behind how to make a salad bowl, a pasta cup, water resistant, oil resistant? So how we are doing this?
Yeah, that's a very good question, and it's not an easy question. Because we saw in our presentation that a lot of different possibilities how to approach this. And there are different properties for the product we need to fulfill. And so we are focused on this, and we want to support our customer in this to understand how we can make resistancy against, for example, oil and water and so on. And also we think about maybe barrier, a coating or something like this. So for instance, for short time barrier, like to-go products, you have a different approach than if you think about a long time barrier, more shelf life. Then you have to combine it. You also have to integrate a barrier. There we're also working together with the partners on new technologies regarding barrier so that we can make a pure nature product made of fibers. And so we have to discuss this separately with each customer itself, his needs, and what his product needs to fulfill.
Okay, so we have a lot of solutions available, so please feel free to ask us.
Yes.
We will find something. Okay, we are coming now a bit to our end. Maybe this is the last question for today. Andy, our customers and viewers have seen that we are having a lot of things ongoing in regards to fiber, and they have seen the video. There are a lot of machines on the shop floor. And we received the question several times, how is Kiefel prepared for the high numbers of fiber machines for 2021?
Well, first, you've seen the videos, and there are a lot of machines already on the shop floor, which means that we are already prepared. But as said also during the presentations, that about 2 years ago, we stepped into the fiber business. We looked into the fiber much closer, and that was about the time where we made a strategic decision, a decision to step out of the automotive industry And for that reason, there is plenty of space which can be filled with fiber machines or plastic.
So great that there is a lot of space available.
Yes, there is. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all question for today. Maybe a last statement from your side, Matthias.
Yeah, well, thanks that you're joining our Fiber Day. Also your interest in the technology. From my point of view, I want to point out that we are ready to work with you, with your customer, with your ideas. We're waiting for your questions, and that you are challenging us, because we are on the way forward and we want to go this way with you to be successful. And hopefully together with you, the customer will be successful.
Okay, Andy, last statement from your end.
Okay. I will take the opportunity to thank already all the customers who already invested in Kiefel fiber machines, and I would like to invite you to continue so. We, as you heard, we have a lot of experts, we are prepared, we help you along the DNA, along the value stream, and trust in us and stay tuned with Kiefel. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Andy. Yeah, thank you very much also from my side. I'm really happy to see so many people attending today our Fiber Web Day, and please stay healthy during this COVID times, and I'm looking forward to work with you in person on future projects together. Thank you and have a good day.